Billy Gibbons was born in Houston, Texas in 1949. Growing up, he was surrounded by music. His father worked in the entertainment industry, and his mother encouraged his love for sound. As a kid, Billy was fascinated by rhythm and blues. He listened to artists like B.B. King, Jimmy Reed, and Muddy Waters. These blues legends shaped his guitar style long before he became famous. By his teenage years, Billy was already obsessed with playing guitar. He practiced constantly, learning riffs and trying to imitate his heroes. His family noticed his talent, and soon, Billy began forming small bands with his friends. Houston in the 1960s was full of energy, and Billy wanted to be part of that scene. Unlike other kids who dreamed of regular jobs, Billy had only one goal: music. He believed that the guitar could be his voice to the world. Little did he know his dream would one day take him around the globe. Texas gave him his roots, the blues gave him his soul, and the guitar gave him his path. Before ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons had already made a name for himself in Texas music circles. His first big band was called the Moving Sidewalks. They played psychedelic rock and quickly became popular in Houston. The band even had the chance to open for Jimi Hendrix during his American tour. This moment changed Billy's life. Hendrix himself praised Gibbons, calling him one of the best young guitarists he'd ever seen. For a young musician, that was the ultimate compliment. The Moving Sidewalks recorded a few singles, including the underground favorite 99th Floor. Although they didn't achieve mainstream fame, the band gave Billy important experience. He learned how to handle crowds, how to record in a studio, and most importantly, how to lead a band. These lessons would prepare him for the bigger stage that was waiting just around the corner. Billy knew he was meant for something greater. His Texas blues roots were calling, and soon he would answer. In 1969, Billy Gibbons teamed up with bassist Dusty Hill and drummer Frank Beard. Together they formed ZZ Top. At first they were just three Texas musicians trying to make their way, but the chemistry was instant. They blended blues, rock, and humor into a unique sound. The name ZZ Top was quirky, just like the band, and it stuck. By 1971, they released their debut album, ZZ Top's first album. It didn't make them stars overnight, but it laid the foundation. The band's strength was its simplicity. 3 instruments, one gritty voice, and songs that connected with everyday people. Billy, with his raw guitar tone, became the leader. His riffs were sharp, his style unforgettable. Fans could already sense that ZZ Top was something different. They weren't trying to copy anyone, they were creating their own lane. What started as a small Texas trio would soon explode into one of the biggest rock bands in the world. ZZ Top's real breakthrough came with their third album, Tres Hombres, in 1973. The record featured La Grange, a song that became an instant classic. Billy's riff-driven guitar style stood out. The song was inspired by a real-life Texas brothel and showed ZZ Top's mix of storytelling and groove. Suddenly, ZZ Top wasn't just a local act. They were on national radio. Crowds grew bigger, tours grew longer, and Billy's reputation as a guitar hero skyrocketed. What set him apart was his ability to keep things simple yet powerful. He didn't need flashy solos to impress. Instead, his riffs carried raw energy that hooked listeners. Tres Hombres turned ZZ Top into one of the hottest bands of the decade. From smoky bars to big arenas, Billy Gibbons led the charge with his guitar in hand. As ZZ Top gained fame, their image became just as iconic as their music. By the late 70s, Billy and Dusty grew their legendary beards. This wasn't a marketing trick, it was natural. But it gave ZZ Top a signature look. Their cowboy hats, sunglasses, and long beards made them instantly recognizable. Billy embraced the character fully. He wasn't just a guitarist anymore. He was a rock star with a Texas outlaw vibe. Audiences loved the mix of humor and swagger. ZZ Top wasn't trying to be glamorous. They were authentic, and that made them stand out. Billy's stage presence became larger than life. His sly grin, sharp outfits, and sharp riffs made him unforgettable. The beards became a symbol of ZZ Top's identity, cementing Billy as one of the most recognizable figures in rock. The 1980s brought ZZ Top global fame. With albums like Eliminator and hits like Sharp Dressed Man and Gimme All Your Lovin', they dominated MTV. Billy Gibbons' guitar was front and center, driving the songs with power. The band's music videos became iconic. hot rods, sunglasses, and dancing women created an image that defined rock in the MTV era. ZZ Top wasn't just about Texas anymore. They were worldwide superstars. Billy, though, never lost his blues roots. No matter how big the stage got, his riffs stayed true to the music he grew up on. His ability to mix modern rock with deep blues made him one of the most respected guitarists in the world. Billy Gibbons is known as one of the greatest tone masters in rock history. His guitar sound is thick, raw, and instantly recognizable. Part of his secret lies in his guitars, especially his famous 1959 Les Paul Standard, which he nicknamed Pearly Gates. This guitar became his lifelong companion. Billy also has a unique playing style. He uses light strings, often just .008 gauge, which allow him to bend notes easily. He often says it's not about how many notes you play, but about playing the right ones. His less is more philosophy influenced countless guitarists. From blues legends to modern rock players, many cite Billy as a major influence. His guitar mastery isn't about speed, it's about soul. Every note he plays seems to speak, and that's what makes him a true guitar hero. Outside of ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons built a reputation as a cultural figure. He made guest appearances on TV shows like Bones, where fans saw his humorous side. He collaborated with other musicians, exploring different styles of rock, blues, and even Latin music. Billy also became known for his love of cars. Just like his music, his car collection is full of personality and flair. He designed custom hot rods that match ZZ Top's cool image. Billy also wrote books about his life and style, sharing his journey with fans. Despite fame, he stayed grounded. Known for his kindness and wit, Billy always carried the spirit of Texas with him wherever he went. In 2021, tragedy struck when bassist Dusty Hill passed away. For over 50 years, Billy, Dusty, and Frank had been inseparable. They weren't just bandmates, they were brothers. Dusty's death shook Billy deeply, but the band decided to keep going, honoring Dusty's wishes. Billy carried on with guitarist Elwood Francis stepping in, but the absence of Dusty was felt. On stage, Billy often pays tribute to his friend, keeping his memory alive through the music they built together. For Billy, ZZ Top has always been more than a band. It's a family. And even though one brother is gone, the spirit of ZZ Top continues. Today, Billy Gibbons is more than a rock star. He's a living legend. His influence stretches across generations of guitarists and music fans. With his deep Texas drawl, iconic look, and unforgettable riffs, he remains one of the last true guitar heroes of classic rock. At over 70 years old, Billy still tours, still records, and still keeps the blues alive. His career proves that staying true to your roots can take you further than chasing trends. From a young boy in Houston to the leader of ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons carved out a path that is uniquely his own. His legacy isn't just in the records he sold, but in the countless musicians he inspired. Billy Gibbons is and always will be the sharp-dressed man of rock and roll.